It all started as a fun little trend, nothing serious, just another TikTok game that everyone in Lagos wanted to try. They called it the Number Zero Filter Challenge, a 24-hour dare that required participants to speak the absolute truth to everyone they met. No sugarcoating, no lies, no polite filters, just raw, unfiltered honesty, all on camera. At first, it seemed harmless. The first few videos were funny and innocent. Friends laughing as they admitted who stole the last jollof rice, girlfriends teasing their partners about fake designer shoes, siblings revealing who drank the last malt from the fridge. Everyone laughed and clapped. But soon, the line between truth and cruelty began to fade. The more brutal your confession, the more views you got. TikTok became flooded with shocking videos, people ending friendships, destroying relationships, and exposing secrets just for attention. Say it. Don't hold back. We want the real you, the comment section screamed. Among the people who joined the trend was Amara, a 23-year-old content creator loved for her Lagos vlogs and bright laughter. She wasn't a troublemaker, her followers adored her for her calm, kind, and genuine personality. Her best friend, Chioma, was the opposite, bold, confident, and fiery. She was always the spark beside Amara's calm. They lived together, filmed together, and even wore matching wigs for their videos. People online called them sisters in content. Their friendship was admired everywhere, until the night the Number Zero Filter Challenge entered their lives and destroyed everything. The beginning of the dare. It began one lazy Friday night. Amara and Chioma were lounging in their small Lekki apartment, scrolling through TikTok. "See this nonsense trend?" Chioma said, flicking her long braids over her shoulder. "People will do anything for clout these days." Amara giggled. "At least they're being honest for once. You know how fake this app is." Chioma rolled her eyes. "Honest? Lagos doesn't run on honesty, my dear. We survive on small lies. You tell your landlord you'll pay tomorrow, your boyfriend that you're asleep, your boss that traffic held you, that's how we breathe here." They both laughed, until Amara's phone buzzed. It was a message from their TikTok manager. "Amara, if you and Chioma join the Number Zero Filter Challenge this weekend, I can guarantee a brand deal. It's trending globally. Just don't make it boring." Chioma's eyes lit up. "A brand deal for saying the truth? My dear, we've been lying for free. Let's cash out." Amara hesitated. "But what if we say something that causes problems?" Chioma smirked. "Trouble brings traffic. Traffic brings followers. Followers bring money." Amara laughed nervously. She didn't like confrontation but didn't want to let her friend or manager down, so she agreed. That night, they both posted teasers. "Tomorrow, we speak the truth. No filter. No lies. No mercy. Hashtag Number Zero Filter Challenge." The internet exploded with excitement. Their fans couldn't wait to see what the girls would reveal. But what no one knew was that before the challenge ended, blood would be spilled, and truth would turn deadly. Saturday morning came bright and noisy. Lagos was already awake, horns honking, vendors shouting, buses roaring. Amara set up her tripod in their living room, sunlight bouncing gently off her skin. Upstairs, Chioma was still doing her makeup. Amara decided to start alone with something simple. "All right, my first truth," she said, smiling. "My ex cheated on me, with his cousin." The viewers burst into laughter, filling the comments with shocked emojis and laughing faces. It was all lighthearted and fun, until Chioma came downstairs. She looked stunning, lashes perfect, lip gloss shining, confidence radiating from every move. "It's my turn, Jor," she said, grabbing the mic playfully. "Let's tell Lagos the truth they've been hiding from." She started by teasing a few influencers, calling out fake lifestyles and exposing a friend who once faked a pregnancy for attention. The crowd was hooked. Then the comments rolled in. "Chioma, who's the fakest person you know?" "Amara, what's the biggest lie you've told online?" Chioma laughed coldly. "The biggest lie? That Amara is innocent." The air went still. Amara froze. Her laughter died. "Chioma, what do you mean?" Chioma smirked. "Tell them how you almost ruined my relationship last year." The comment section exploded. "Wait, what? Drama. Don't stop, this is getting juicy." Amara's hands began to shake. "Chioma, not here. Please," she whispered. Chioma's eyes darkened. "You wanted honesty, right? Then let's be honest." And in that moment, the challenge turned from fun to frightening. Thousands watched live as Chioma leaned closer to the camera. "Remember Faye, my ex? The one I cried about online? He didn't cheat randomly, he cheated because Amara told him my secret." Amara's face went pale. "Chioma, please, that's not true." Chioma shouted over her. "You told him I once had a sugar daddy in Abuja before I met him. You made me look dirty. You think I didn't find out?" He showed me the messages. Amara started crying. He asked if you ever dated an older man. I didn't even give details. Chioma's voice cracked with fury. But you opened your mouth. You betrayed me. I lost him because of you. The viewers went wild, some begging them to stop, others screaming for more. End the live. No, keep going. Chioma stood, shaking with anger. Amara, tell them the truth. Tell them how you envied me. How you wished it was you with Faye instead of me. Amara whispered, trembling, that's not true. Then swear it on camera. Chioma shouted. Say you never wanted my man. The room went quiet. Finally, Amara said. I did, but I never touched him. The audience gasped. Chioma's eyes widened in disbelief. You did what? She whispered. Amara's voice broke. I just liked him, but I never acted on it. You were my sister. Before she could finish, Chioma lunged. The camera shook violently. Glass shattered. Amara screamed. Chioma, stop. You're hurting me. But Chioma was gone, lost in rage. Furniture crashed, screams echoed, then silence. The phone fell to the floor, capturing only shadows. The live stream went dark. The aftermath. Minutes later, the live ended automatically. Chioma stood still, staring at Amara lying motionless on the floor. Her anger melted into shock. Amara, she whispered, her voice trembling. Please get up. When she didn't move, Chioma panicked, running out to call for help. Neighbors rushed in. They found Amara bleeding slightly from her head. The ambulance came quickly. As they carried Amara away, people were already sharing the video. Within an hour, it spread like wildfire. By midnight, Chioma was trending at #1, and Amara right behind her, one for outrage, the other for pity. At St. Luke's Hospital in Lekki, doctors worked frantically to save Amara. Her mother arrived moments later, crying and praying loudly. Please, Lord, not my child. She's all I have. Outside, police arrested Chioma. She sat in the station, silent and shaking. Her eyes were red, her face blank. When questioned, she said softly, I didn't mean to hurt her. I swear, it was an accident. But the officers had seen the video. To them, it was clear. Back at the hospital, doctors finally came out to deliver the news. She's alive, but in a coma. The words crushed Amara's mother. She dropped to her knees, crying uncontrollably. By morning, social media turned into a court. Bloggers, YouTubers, and influencers all gave their opinions. Some wanted Chioma jailed for life, others said it was an accident. TikTok deleted the video, but millions had already downloaded it. Hashtags flooded every feed, hashtag justice for Amara and hashtag pray for Chioma. Brands cut ties with both women. Their manager released a cold statement denying involvement, though he was the one who had encouraged the challenge. Ironically, that single video earned them more in one day than they had made in 6 months. Everyone profited from their pain, forgetting that behind the screens were two girls who once loved each other like sisters. In her cold cell, Chioma sat quietly, tears streaming down her cheeks. The room smelled of sweat and regret. Officer, has she woken up? She whispered. No, came the short reply. She pressed her hands together, shaking. Her phone was gone, but she could still hear imaginary buzzes, comments, messages, insults. Every phantom sound felt like the world calling her a monster. Still, a tiny voice inside her whispered, Please, God, let her wake up. If she dies, I'll never breathe freely again. The final days. For 3 long days, Amara didn't move. Machines beeped, lights blinked, and her mother prayed nonstop. People crowded the hospital halls, friends, classmates, even strangers. Some came to support, others came to film. On the 3rd night, rain poured hard against the windows. Amara's mother sat beside her, holding her hand. Please, fight. Don't go, she whispered. Suddenly, Amara's fingers twitched. Doctor. She moved, her mother cried. Nurses rushed in. But the doctor sighed softly. It's just a reflex, Ma. Her brain is still fighting. Her mother fell to her knees again, begging God for a miracle. But on the 4th morning, just as the sun rose, the monitors began to flatline. The room filled with chaos, doctors shouting, machines buzzing, until finally, there was silence. Amara was gone. Her mother screamed her name. Outside, the news spread like lightning. TikTok star Amara is dead, Chioma charged with murder. Crowds gathered outside the hospital, some mourning, others filming. The world that once loved their smiles now feasted on their tragedy. When police told Chioma the news, she collapsed. I didn't kill her. I only slapped her. I didn't know she would die, she screamed, her hands shaking. But no one listened. Cameras flashed as they dragged her into a van. People shouted insults. Murderer. See what Clout has caused. In Kirikiri prison, Chioma sat in silence. Her hair messy, her eyes empty. She stared at her trembling hands, the same hands that once held microphones and fame, now chained and cursed. Every time she blinked, she saw Amara's face, smiling, then bleeding, then still. "Officer, please," she whispered one last time. "Tell me she's alive." No one answered. Only silence filled the cell, the same silence that had ended everything that night, when honesty became the deadliest game of all. It all began as an innocent game, just another silly TikTok trend everyone in Lagos wanted to try. They called it the Number Zero Filter Challenge, a 24-hour dare that required participants to speak only the truth to everyone they met. No filters, no white lies, no polite words, just raw honesty, all captured live on camera. At first, it was all fun. Friends laughed as they confessed who stole the last jollof rice, girlfriends teased boyfriends about fake designer shoes, and siblings revealed who drank the malt from the fridge. It was entertaining, until the line between truth and cruelty began to blur. The challenge soon became a contest for who could say the most shocking things. The more painful and dramatic the confession, the more views it earned. TikTok became a battlefield of broken friendships and ruined relationships, all for clout. Say it. Don't hold back. We want the real you, the viewers screamed in the comments. Among those who joined was Amara, a 23-year-old content creator loved for her bright Lagos vlogs and warm laughter. Her followers admired her gentle, honest nature. Her best friend Chioma was her opposite, confident, bold, and daring. The two were inseparable. They filmed, lived, and laughed together. Online, fans called them sisters in content. But that friendship would be torn apart by one viral challenge. The dare. It started one lazy Friday night. Amara and Chioma were in their Lekki apartment, scrolling through TikTok. "Look at this nonsense trend," Chioma said, tossing her braids back. "People will do anything for clout." Amara laughed. "At least they're being real for once. You know how fake this app is." Chioma shook her head. "Honesty doesn't work in Lagos, my dear. We live on small lies. You tell your landlord you'll pay tomorrow, your boss that traffic held you, your boyfriend that you're asleep. That's survival." Their laughter filled the room until Amara's phone buzzed, a message from their TikTok manager. "If you and Chioma join the Number Zero Filter Challenge this weekend, I can guarantee a brand deal. It's trending worldwide. Just don't make it boring." Chioma's eyes lit up. "A brand deal for saying the truth? My dear, we've been lying for free. Let's cash out." Amara hesitated. "What if we say something that causes trouble?" "Trouble brings traffic," Chioma smirked. "Traffic brings followers. Followers bring money." Amara finally agreed. That night, they posted. "Tomorrow, we speak the truth. No filter. No lies. No mercy. Hashtag Number Zero Filter Challenge." The internet went wild with excitement, but before the challenge ended, blood would be spilled, and truth would turn deadly. The live stream. Saturday morning arrived loud and bright. Lagos buzzed as usual. Amara set up the camera in their living room while Chioma finished her makeup upstairs. Amara began with something playful. "My ex cheated on me, with his cousin," she said, laughing. The comments exploded with shock and laughter. Everything felt light and harmless, until Chioma walked in, stunning and self-assured. "My turn," she said, grabbing the mic. "Let's tell Lagos the real truth." She started with small jokes, calling out influencers for fake luxury and exposing a friend who lied about pregnancy. But soon, the comments became bolder. "Chioma, who's the fakest person you know?" "Amara, what's your biggest lie online?" Chioma chuckled darkly. "The biggest lie? That Amara is innocent." Amara froze, her laughter fading. "Chioma, what do you mean?" Chioma smirked. "Tell them how you almost ruined my relationship last year." The viewers screamed with excitement. "Drama. Don't stop." Amara whispered, "Chioma, please, not here." But Chioma's eyes hardened. "You wanted honesty, right? Then let's talk." Thousands watched as Chioma glared into the camera. "Remember Faye, my ex? He didn't cheat randomly. He cheated because Amara told him my secret." Amara gasped. "Chioma, that's not true." Chioma's voice cut through her like glass. "You told him I once had a sugar daddy deal in Abuja. You betrayed me. You think I didn't know? He showed me the screenshots." Amara cried, "He only asked if you dated someone older. I didn't even explain." Chioma shouted, trembling, "But you opened your mouth. You destroyed me." The comment section went wild, viewers begging them to stop, others screaming for more. Chioma stood, her voice shaking. "Tell them, Amara. Tell them how you envied me. How you wished Faye was yours." Amara whispered, "That's not true." "Then swear it." Chioma screamed. The room fell silent. Finally, Amara whispered, I did, but I never touched him. Gasps filled the screen. Chioma's eyes widened in disbelief. You did what? I just liked him, Amara stammered. But I never acted on it. Before she could finish, Chioma lunged. The phone tumbled, glass shattered, screams filled the air. Chioma, stop. You're hurting me. Then, silence. The live stream ended abruptly. The aftermath. The video spread instantly. People dissected every second, arguing about who was to blame. By midnight, Chioma's name trended at number 1, Amara's right behind. At St. Luke's Hospital, doctors worked frantically to save Amara as her mother sobbed, praying. Please, God, not my only child. Police arrested Chioma. At the station, she whispered. I didn't mean to hurt her. But the video spoke louder. By morning, Amara was in a coma, and the internet turned into a courtroom. Some wanted Chioma jailed for life, others said it was an accident. Hashtags filled every feed, hashtag justice for Amara and hashtag pray for Chioma. Brands cut ties, and their manager denied involvement, though he had urged them to join the trend. Ironically, that one stream made them more in one day than in 6 months. In her cell, Chioma sat broken. Has she woken up? She asked softly. No, the officer said. Her tears fell silently. The fearless influencer was now a shadow of herself, haunted by imaginary phone buzzes, comments, insults, hate. Please, God, she whispered, let her live. The final days. For 3 days, Amara didn't move. Her mother prayed endlessly, refusing to leave her side. Visitors came, some to show love, some to make content. One rainy night, Amara's fingers twitched. Doctor. She moved, her mother cried. But it was just a reflex. On the 4th morning, as sunlight touched the blinds, her heartbeat slowed. Nurses rushed in. The machines flatlined. Amara was gone. The news hit Lagos like thunder. By noon, headlines screamed. TikTok star Amara is dead. Chioma charged with murder. Crowds gathered outside the hospital, some mourning, others recording. When police told Chioma, she collapsed. I only slapped her. I didn't know she would die, she cried. But no one listened. Days turned into weeks. Chioma stopped eating, stopped speaking. The world had already judged her guilty. Then, one morning, 3 weeks after Amara's death, everything changed. A nurse from St. Luke's Hospital ran into the police station, breathless and shaking. She held a flash drive. Sir, she said to the inspector. You need to see this. They plugged it in. The room went silent. It was CCTV footage from the ICU at 4:23 a.m. on the day Amara died. The video showed a man in a hoodie and surgical mask entering her room quietly. He looked around, then closed the door. He stood over her bed, pulled a syringe from his pocket, and injected something into her drip. Seconds later, Amara's body jerked, her monitor flatlined. The man dropped the syringe, kissed her forehead, whispered something, and slipped out. When the nurse zoomed in, the officers gasped. The man was Faye, Chioma's ex-boyfriend. The next morning, police stormed Faye's apartment in Aja. He tried to flee but was caught. When shown the footage, he broke down in tears. I didn't mean to kill her, he confessed. I just wanted to stop her from talking. The inspector frowned. Talking? About what? Faye swallowed hard. She was pregnant, with my child. The room froze. He continued, voice trembling. I told her to get rid of it. I wasn't ready. She refused. Then she found out my secret and started blackmailing me. The inspector leaned forward. What secret? Faye's eyes filled with shame. I was having an affair with my brother's wife. His children, they're mine. The room erupted in shock. He went on, sobbing. Amara saw us together. She recorded everything, a full video at a hotel. She said if I didn't pay her 10 million naira, she'd tell my brother and ruin me. I begged her, offered 5 million, but she refused. Then she raised it to 20 million. He buried his face in his hands. When I heard she was in the hospital, I thought I could get her phone. I snuck in wearing a hoodie. But she woke up. She threatened to send the video if I didn't pay. She knew my brother's number by heart. She said she'd destroy my life. I panicked. I just wanted her to stop talking. The inspector stared at him coldly. So you killed her? Faye cried out, no. I didn't mean to. I only wanted the phone. I didn't plan it. He was taken away in handcuffs. When Chioma heard the news, she broke down completely. So she died not because of me, but because of him, she whispered. The inspector nodded gently. You'll be released soon. Tears streamed down her face as she learned that Amara had been pregnant, a secret she never knew. Faye was sentenced to life imprisonment. His brother divorced his wife when the video leaked online. The story dominated the internet, people couldn't believe how betrayal and deceit had destroyed so many lives. In the end, the number zero filter challenge was banned across Africa. But the damage had already been done. Because sometimes, the most dangerous truth isn't the one you tell the world, it's the one the world forces out of you. And for Amara, Chioma, and Faye, that truth came with no filter. Moral of the story. Peer pressure and secrets can destroy lives when mixed with pride and the hunger for attention. Amara and Chioma's tragedy reminds us that not every trend is worth joining, and not every truth is meant for the public. The internet never forgets, and the crowd that cheers for you today will judge you tomorrow. When you let followers or fame silence your conscience, you hand your peace to the world, and lose yourself. Because when secrets are used as weapons, they don't just expose others, they destroy everyone involved. In the weeks that followed, Lagos was restless. Every corner conversation, every radio show, every morning newspaper carried pieces of the tragedy. Some spoke of Amara as a victim of a cruel world, others blamed Chioma for starting the chaos, and many cursed Faye for his evil heart. The video of his confession spread across platforms faster than wildfire. Markets buzzed with gossip, churches preached about morality and fame, and even schools used their story as a warning to young people chasing online popularity. But as the noise grew louder, Amara's mother sat quietly at her window each night, holding her daughter's framed photo, whispering prayers for her soul. In another part of the city, Chioma, though free, couldn't bring herself to pick up a camera again. The ring light, the wigs, the laughter, all reminded her of what she had lost. Fame had given them everything, and then taken it all away. Thank you for watching. If this story moved you, don't forget to like, share, and leave your thoughts in the comments. Your support helps keep stories like this alive.